Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Direct snap. Brought down wide at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud to make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Makes the grab. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for space. It's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Floats it out in space. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this off.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw. It's Sayin. It's complete.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires quickly. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Jackson. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Play fake, Julian Sayin. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State. Makes the grab in the corner.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Jordan. Made a defender miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Knocked off his feet.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught by Williams on the left. I love the bootleg call on 4th down because even if you know it might be coming, you have to respect the fake.
Yeah, and you don't know where the launch point's going to be. So you're going to blitz, but then now they move the pocket, and it becomes hard because you got to get a moving target. Nice job by the offense, understanding the situation, using the quarterback's athletic ability to get the first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
That's caught. It's Bowman. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throw it, say it. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Sayed. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Wide open and it's a foot race. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. In the red area, it's Jordan. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the RPO, complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback making checks. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Trojans! Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. There he goes! Pass to 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A run for the quarterback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back.
Could be an alley. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
They'll go play action with Sayin. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. DB's right up on the receivers. Say it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for room, it's Jordan. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You've got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Flushed out of the pocket.
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Give to the single back. Fights off the defender. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out for the 30.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Punt is in the air. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Safe completion on the screen. Crosses the 45. Out across the 45, and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, that's exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap it to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Takes the easy completion. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
just enough time for one final play in this half. Running inside, it's Jackson. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona taking on the number 9 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
And it's the Wildcats, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4.
And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field, and they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense is going to stay on the field now. This is within field goal range, but they already have 1 miss today. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Ohio State! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him.
Finding some room. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Jordan. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They go right back to it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time 4th down and short cover.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Shows him the stiff arm. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the...
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And about the only thing good that happened on that last pass for the offense, completion percentage went up. Third down got longer. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Sayin on the play action. Rushes on him. Rolling right and going deep. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Sayin under fire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball, trying to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The Trojans use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here's a heat. Fires on the move. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Play of the quarter coming. Again, it's Sayin. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. 4th down, Sayin. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Powers through the defender. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Going for the marker on the ground. Got a little grass at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Oh, and it's blocked. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run.
USC 27. Number 48 set to kick this one.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super.
Gashes the heart of the knee. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He'll try the left side. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Play fake, say it. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch it with a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Mayava. Caught, and he's wrestled to the ground.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. At the 40, there he goes. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wormley. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, and make something happen with that clock running out.
Find some fresh air. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Trojans. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. His 3rd touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Rodgers. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And you can only call that run play here late in the football game, needing points, when you have all 3 timeouts. You just take one here. Nice job by this offense. They still don't have to be in that big of a hurry. Nice job managing their timeouts.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Going to the run, it's Jackson. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Julian saying to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Intercepted, number 19.
And what a play by the defense, right? You've got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.